Transit Authority, Wasatch County, Weber City, Midwest City, Park City. Hired a consultant recently. We're in the process of negotiations with a consultant called LSC. They're a national firm. They've hired a local firm, Fair and Peers, to assist them on the Wasatch County Transit Study. The idea is to try to look at where the transit market might be for Wasatch County. Are people trying to get to Utah County? Are they trying to get to Park City? Are they trying to get around Wasatch County itself? So in fact, I think, Ken, we have our first scoping meeting tomorrow with the consultant. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock over at the county building, I believe. So that's our quick transit update. Is there any questions about that I can answer? Okay. I'll move on to the next one, which is the local.
And Sean, you have representation from all those entities in choosing the company that was going to do the study, so I appreciated that too.
Yes, definitely. I could go on a little bit further. I won't do that in recognition of time, but we have a steering committee set up that has a representation from each entity as well. So we have that on an ongoing basis. We'll come back and give you guys updates on how that's progressing. The second item we wanted to bring up to you tonight, I think Jim Price was going to speak to this, is the Local Corridor Preservation Fund, which is a fund that's generated using the vehicle registration fee in Wasatch County. So Wasatch County, every time you guys register your vehicle, you're paying $10 tax. It goes into this corridor preservation fund. We've been using that fund primarily to buy right-of-way for our anticipated Heber Parkway, which Jeremy will talk about in just a minute. But that's primarily been the use of it. We did a little bit of work on 600 South, if I remember right. But Mike Davis asked us to come in and update that project selection process, give an update on the fund balance. We're going to start doing that work with you guys over the next couple of months. Wanted to just give you a heads up on that. We generate about $300,000 a year is what I'm thinking. There's about 29,000 registered vehicles in Wasatch County, $10 a vehicle, probably in the range of $290,000 to $300,000 a year, unless you guys know the number off the top of your head. But
that's about it.
Okay. So that's a quick update on that. I'll turn the time over to Jeremy unless there's other questions about the corridor preservation fee. And the reason I handed out this map is because this is the map, which is the regional transportation plan. We typically adopt this map as the map of eligible corridors to spend that corridor preservation fund money on. So this is all of our transportation plans sewn together to try to accommodate that population growth through year 2050. So each one of these items tonight on the interlocal agenda is about growth, population increases, and that's what we're all trying to plan for and make sure we have enough of it. And that's what this plan is about. And we'll come back to you with more information on the corridor preservation fee later. Any questions on that?
You had the easy agenda item. It's all on
Jeremy and I, we've just been smiling on the back row. Jeremy's usually the one taking all the arrows, so we just heard it. Jeremy,
that's all right. So I don't actually have a presentation. I just have this to make sure I can read something for you as I give this update. So hopefully, what I'm presenting is old news to you guys, but the corridor planning study, which we did in conjunction with Heber City and Wasatch County, has been completed. The final report is out. It's public. It's been published. If you're on the stakeholder list, you got an email. If not, you can find the information about that study on our Go page for Heber Valley Parkways. And I can share it with you in an email, but I'm just going to, it's udot.utah.gov/go/Heber Valley Parkway. So if you need that, come talk to me afterwards and I'll find a way to get you that information. So that is out there for everyone to read. Moving forward, we are moving forward with the environmental study that will take a much more comprehensive look at some of the items that were looked in that corridor planning study. It's great to hear all the other planning stuff that's going on. That information will be taken in as we start our environmental study, where new high schools might be, where corridor preservation may have happened, and all those other things will be taken into account and considered. Just as a way of information, as we get going, as I continue to work on getting someone hired for that environmental study for UDOT, there will be a lot of engagement with the local entities up here and with the public, but it'll take a little bit of time. When we first get them hired, it'll be a lot of data gathering at first. But over the next year, after I get them hired, we'll develop the scope, what's called the purpose and need of the environmental document, and there'll be there will be touch points for all of you to provide information for that and help us define what that is. But it may not feel like it's immediate. Like mentioned earlier, government processes are not known to be quick, but there will be touch points, and over the next year we'll work with you guys to develop that scope for the remainder of the environmental study. So with that, is there any other questions?
I think it might be helpful. The environmental study is estimated sometime in like a 3-year plus kind of expectation, right?
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah, and so that first year, that 3+ year is that data gathering, writing that, developing that scope and stuff to help direct the rest of the studies.
Jeremy, the website you gave us, that's where you will be communicating to the public always, to us? What is that?
So that is a public website, and that's where the current study is planned. There is a possibility with as large of a study this environmental study will be. I've seen in the past where we'll create a website just specifically for that study. So that's a potential that it may be a different site that's specifically for the environmental study, but we may update this one. We haven't made that decision yet, Terry.
That, if we do build a new website, that udot.utah.gov will have a link to that environmental study website.
And we will get that, if we create a new website, we would present that information to you guys. I plan on continuing to come to interlocal meetings and local city meetings and the county meetings, public meetings, to continue to share information as we continue through this. And as I forgot to mention earlier on that corridor planning study, I'm on the agenda for the next I think it's the next one, the 20th for the county, for the city, and I believe the next Wednesday for the county, to give a more detailed update of the corridor planning final report. So, thank you.
That's too easy, we gotta come up with something.
Next week on the 20th, I'm sure you'll have.
Thank you so much. All right, we have a motion to adjourn, all in favor? Oh, we need a second. Second, all in favor?
You just walk in the way.